Skyreat filter kits for DJI Mavic 2 Zoom. Guys, we have been needing something like this for a while. As we know, the Mavic 2 Zoom has a fixed aperture, so we cannot change the aperture value. We cannot close or open the aperture beyond what it is set at. Which means that if you want to get a properly exposed image, you have two different things you can do. You can either raise or lower your shutter speed, or you can raise or lower your ISO. Now, if it's a bright day, your ISO is already going to be all the way down to 100. So what are you going to do? You're going to have to raise your shutter speed a ridiculous amount. And we're talking like up to 1/1500th or up to 1/2000th of a second, obliterating any amount of motion blur that you ever hope to capture in your video clip that you're taking. And then you might get a properly exposed image. There's just going to be a very stuttery image as you pan around or move around with the drone. That is where filters come into play. Now, let's see what kind of filters Skyreat has sent us. Ooh, they look nice. So we have the ND4, ND8, and ND16 filters, and also the ND and Polarizer counterparts there on the bottom. Also, stay tuned at the end of this video. I'm going to be giving away this particular set of Skyreat filters. So ND stands for neutral density, which means that it is a filter designed to just darken your image. It's not going to colorize your image while it does so. And then you have the polarized hybrid options, which is a polarizer plus an ND filter. And polarizers help to eliminate some of that polarized light that might be coming off of reflective non-metallic surfaces like water, leaves on trees, windows, a blue sky, for instance. Sky has polarized light that you can filter out to really make a blue sky pop in your image or your footage. So polarizers are going to help us with that. Neutral density filters are going to help us darken our image so that we don't have to raise our shutter speed a ridiculous amount. Now here's the zoom, and we all know the camera's right there. Now, what we may not know is that you can unscrew the very tip of this camera, and off comes what I assume is a UV filter. Now, I've already done so, and I have not screwed it back on extremely tightly, so it comes off very nice and easy for me now. But I tell you what, this was extremely hard to get off the very first time when I first bought the Zoom. So keep that in mind. I have no complaints about the filters as of yet. My only complaint is how hard it is to get this off the drone lens. ND16 is going to be for a very bright day. That's the darkest of the filters here. ND4 is more for maybe a cloudy day or maybe a day toward sunset, you know, where it's not full on sun. So the higher you go on the ND value, the darker the filter will be, which is appropriate for a brighter day. This all has to be done carefully. There is the filter. I like the look of it. I like the color. You can turn the polarizer independent of its base. Polarizers work best at a certain direction, usually at a right angle to the direction of the sun. And polarizers can be turned to maximize or minimize that polarized effect. So I think these are a win. They're a complete kit in my eyes. ND4, 8, and 16 covers the majority of situations where I'm flying, where I would need something like this. I haven't noticed any issues with the drone calibrating the gimbal. Everything flip-flops around just fine, and I haven't noticed any movement or jittering or vibrations when it's flying around in the sky. All right, so thank you to Skyreat for sending these to me. Also, I told you at the beginning of the video that I'm giving these away. Yes, I am. All you gotta do, comment below. Type hashtag Skyreat into the comments below and tell me what your favorite thing is about the Mavic 2 Zoom and how you use it. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. Until next time, happy flying.